Doctor Who is without a doubt one of the greatest and most beloved sci-fi TV shows of all time. For 6 decades, the show has captured the hearts and imaginations of fans around the world, with its unique blend of thrilling action, mesmerising adventure and heartfelt storytelling. From its earliest days in the 1960s to the present day, Doctor Who has been a staple of British culture, with a legacy that continues to inspire new generations of fans. As the highly anticipated 60th anniversary looms on the horizon, fans everywhere are eagerly awaiting the next chapter. And for many of us who have been following this fantastical show, we cannot wait to see Tennant's Doctor and Donna Noble back on our screens again. I don't believe any Doctor companion duo has been more loved in Doctor Who's recent history. Obviously this is my opinion and it's okay if you don't agree, we all have our faves. Now as the nostalgia train chugs along, it's time to rewind the clock and revisit the episodes that made this coupling so iconic. And there's no better place to begin than the episode that brought Donna onto our screens. So grab yourself a brew and get comfy as we dive into The Runaway Bride. Enjoy! Just like when we were introduced to Rose, we get plummeted down to earth, only this time it's to Donna walking down the aisle. This episode is filled with little nods to Ten and Rose's episodes. Donna sparkles like Edward Cullen in the sunlight and is teleported to the TARDIS. We get the first instance of the 10th Doctor's "What?" exclamation.
What?
And the Doctor becomes so engrossed in deciphering the enigma of Donna's presence that he remains oblivious to her evident distress.
What was that for?
Donna believing that all of this is a conspiracy against her is absolutely hilarious.
This has got Nerys written all over it.
Who the hell is Nerys?
Rose's purple shirt being left behind was a truly gut-wrenching moment. Tennant's expression of grief underscores the fact that the Doctor is not to be trifled with while in this state. The TARDIS touches down and it strikes me that this might be the first, or perhaps even the sole occasion, when a passenger stepping out of the TARDIS is unaware of its exterior's deceiving sides. Donna, overwhelmed by being dragged into the Doctor's world, accuses him of being a Martian. Together, the pair dash down the street to hail a taxi. Having no money, the Doctor sonics a cash machine and causes bedlam as it starts to spew money everywhere. Fun fact, the notes used in this scene are sporting both Tennant's and producer Phil Collinson's faces on them. Tennant's is on the tenner, with him being the 10th Doctor, and Collinson is on the 20s. The inscription on Tennant's note reads,
"No second chances. I'm that sort of a man."
serving as yet another subtle homage to his adventures shared with Rose. Donna becomes an unwitting captive abducted within a taxi by a pilot fish. And for those of you that don't know, these pilot fish / robo-Santas were in the episode Christmas Invasion, which was Rose and Ten's first episode together. Donna's kidnapping results in a phenomenal thrilling chase sequence. The Doctor manoeuvring the TARDIS between the cars is awesome. The whole scene is perfectly in sync with the score, which just makes this all the more masterful. Employing a humble length of string, the Doctor ingeniously secures the TARDIS door ajar, and in a daring move, he draws alongside the taxi, sonics the passenger door open, and implores Donna to leap to safety. An unexpected moment of depth emerges as Donna inquires whether Rose placed her trust in the Doctor.
Is that what you said to her? Your friend? The one you lost? Did she trust you?
Seemingly straightforward question carries a weightier impact than anticipated.
Yes, she did. And she is not dead, she is so alive. Now jump!
Doctor's willingness to stake everything on behalf of someone he has only just encountered elevates this sequence into pure brilliance. The pair land on a roof of a random tall building in London. Against the backdrop of the city's skyline, they exchange in conversation regarding the Doctor's first Christmas with Rose and her family. Donna contributes her own narrative of how she met her fiancé Lance. The contrast between her recollection of events and what actually happened is the perfect blend of comedy and character building. The Doctor gives her a ring.
With this ring, I thee biodamp.
For better or for worse.
And the pair head off to the reception. The reception has gone ahead without her, showcasing how much of a sham this wedding actually is. Donna resorts to fake crying when the congregation start giving her a mouthful. She holds on to Lance and gives the Doctor a little wink. It is really quite saddening that in a room full of family and friends, that the only person she trusts is a stranger that she believes is from Mars. As things momentarily calm down, we are given some insight into the Doctor's grief through a couple of flashes showing his time with Rose. He soon snaps out of it, when he spots the videographer and redirects his focus towards unravelling the mystery surrounding Donna's recent teleportation. The Robo-Santas arrive, and we have another scene reminiscent of the Christmas invasion, as the Christmas tree attacks the reception. And I adore Donna's line of,
Never mind all that, you're a doctor, people have been hurt.
while the Doctor is completely consumed by the bigger picture. It's a wonderful little insight to who she actually is. The design of the Starship Spiderweb spaceship is also absolutely beautiful. I love it. The Doctor, Donna and Lance arrive at HC Clements, which turned out to be a Torchwood building. Their exploration takes them down to the basement, and the trio goes segueing off down the most reused corridor on the show. The moment arrives when the antagonist reveals themselves, and I don't care what anyone says, this costume piece is freaking amazing. And from what I found out online, the only part of the Rachnos Empress that was CGI were her extra eyes. Please feel free to correct this information in the comments if I am wrong. I love learning about this kind of stuff. A giant drilled hole that goes all the way to the centre of the earth sits before them, looking like a poor man's Satan pit. Lance starts to creep up behind the Rachnos, but his true nature emerges, admitting he's been dosing Donna with Huon particles, which is the very reason she was teleported to the TARDIS in the first place. Lance's absolutely brutal verbal assault on Donna had me, at the time of airing, rooting for him to get his comeuppance. Donna's shattered expression is truly heartbreaking. Just in the nick of time, the Doctor orchestrates their rescue by reversing the Huon particles and summoning the TARDIS. As Donna breaks down from Lance's revelation, the Doctor goes back in time to the moment of the Earth's creation. This whole scene is both beautiful and dark, as we witness a Rachnos vessel becoming the centre of the Earth, completely spinning all creation theories from religion and science on their heads. Back underneath H.E. Clements, Lance has been betrayed by the Empress and is being waterboarded with Huon particles. The Doctor and Donna return, albeit back in the overused corridor, now sporting a blue hue. Donna is kidnapped, again, and she and Lance are encased in webbing and hung above the pit. We find out that the Empress's children are directly at the bottom of the pit. Lance's attitude towards Donna becomes his downfall, and the Empress drops him down into the abyss because she is unimpressed by the way he treats his would-be bride. The Doctor's attempts to save Donna give us some comedic relief into a soon-to-be dark scene. The Doctor pulls out a controller from his bigger on the inside pockets being a running joke throughout the entire episode, and gives the Empress an ultimatum. The Empress mockingly laughs at this, believing that the Doctor is a Martian and that he cannot do anything to her. And I think this is the first time Tennant himself says out loud he's from Gallifrey.
My home planet is far away and long since gone, but its name lives on. Gallifrey.
He floods the pit, committing an act of genocide on the Rachnos children buried deep within. The Empress screaming for her children and Tennant's hauntingly empty expression while Donna implores him to stop makes this all the more shocking. It's a very dark insight to who the Doctor can be. The Empress escapes to her ship and starts attacking the streets of London, and we get a little preview of what's to come in Series 3 as the army is ordered by Saxon to shoot the ship down. The Doctor and Donna climb out of a hatch, and the image of the empty Thames is randomly a perfect way to end this sequence. The Doctor returns Donna to her home and makes it snow. Due to the recent loss of Rose, he has reverted to who he was in the Eccleston era. He's not family orientated anymore, and he states he doesn't do Christmas. Donna's response to being asked to travel with him is just amazing. She is definitely not ready to see the wonders of the universe yet, as she has just had first-hand experience with its darkness. Her turning down the Doctor, screaming at the TARDIS as he tries to sneak away, requesting the Doctor to find someone to hold him back, and then the Doctor finally saying Rose's name was a beautiful emotional rollercoaster to end the episode on. Alrighty, final thoughts. I know the fandom is quite divided regarding this episode. I mean, it's quite divided regarding everything about Doctor Who, to be honest. But in my opinion, this is definitely one of the better Christmas specials. I'm not sure if it's the nostalgia talking or if it's because I know where Donna's character ends up during the events of the 4th series, but I adore this iteration of her. Without this loud, bolchy, occasionally shallow version of herself, there would have been no room or justification for the character growth we witnessed in Series 4. I also think that Catherine Tate not having a lot of time to learn the script due to her busy schedule was also a factor in how Donna was initially portrayed. Many other comedic characters were quite loud and annoying and pretty much like Donna, so this made perfect sense to me. The mix of Christmas special campness and the dark undertones of the Doctor's grief are blended excellently. The quieter scenes in the episode are some of the most impactful of any of the specials. The effects hold up especially well for an episode that aired 17 years ago, and the Doctor flying the TARDIS along the motorway is still one of my favourite chase scenes of the entire show. All in all, this is a great introduction to Donna Noble, and if you haven't watched it in a while, because initially you weren't a fan of this episode, I'd honestly say give it another look. You might be pleasantly surprised. What are your thoughts on this episode? Leave a comment down below and we can get a discussion going. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell, and leave a like if you enjoyed what I've done today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.